Move over Limbo and Little Nightmares. There's a new kid on the block. You'd be forgiven for not being familiar with the New Zealand-based developer Marker, a studio featuring a veteran staff with a combined previous 75 games worked on. What you won't be forgiven for is for passing up the studio's latest release, Samsara. Samsara is a beautiful, challenging platformer that finds its center of focus on just a few things: simplicity and atmosphere. The game's 77 levels might sound daunting at first, but odds are you'll find yourself addicted to the game's challenging nature, always telling yourself just one more level before I turn off my console. Samsara is bleak yet charming, simple yet difficult, and at times frustrating yet never failing to be rewarding. The concept is simple: get your character from point A to point B. The journey, not so much. The game's premise tells us that Samsara is a reflective puzzle game in which players guide an innocent child, Z, safely to the exit by dropping blocks with different shapes and properties into a world of 2 dimensions separated by a pool that mirrors placements. Deceptively simple mechanics conceal complex interactions involving positioning, pathfinding, gravity, balance, redirection, and teleportation, with Samsara's significant twist. Everything added in the upside-down world of Z's mysterious shadow below reflects in the world above. Deceptively simple couldn't be more spot on. At the beginning of each level, you have a starting point and a destination. You are given a small set of blocks with which to utilize in order to get Z to their destination. In fact, you are always given the exact perfect amount of blocks needed to finish the puzzle. You can't use less than what you are given. Z cannot fall off the edge of any walkway, meaning that if I need Z to get to a lower level than the one I'm on, I can't simply jump down. I must have a ramp or stairs of some sort. Once you have placed the blocks, which can be rotated to fit different crevices of the build, a press of the X button starts Z's journey. You have no control over Z. All you can do is start her walking sequence. Therefore, if you make a mistake, you can't fix it mid-walk. Thus, it's back to the drawing board. As the game continues on and you enter difficult realms, you are given new challenges and increasingly more difficult obstacles. Additionally, you are given new types of blocks that have different behaviors. Lots of Samsara is about experimenting with these new block types, and even after a good deal of experience, you might not catch on. Once you are past the first few levels, a mirror image of Z appears, and you now must get both versions of Z to their destinations. As if those weren't enough wrenches in the gameplay, portals are present that will transport you to different places of a given chapter, forcing you to get creative with your strategy. Sometimes the answer is truly difficult to find, sometimes it's the easiest route that completes the challenge. I didn't expect to complete Samsara upon the onset of my journey. However, once I began, I couldn't put it down. The game seems to draw influence from popular modern-day platformers such as Limbo and Little Nightmares, both in their concept and execution. Despite that influence, Samsara writes its own book on what a puzzle platformer should be and blazes its own trail, setting itself apart with its colorful art style and conceptual gameplay dynamic. The different realms feature stunning sights, thanks to the varied environments. In one realm, you'll find yourself on a bright sunny backdrop. In another, you'll be out front of a creepy amusement park. No matter where you are, Samsara delivers, and I was stunned at how engrossed I became. Gamers talk about the zone, that gaming nirvana place that we get to where nothing can disrupt our focus, our attention to the task at hand. This is a game that requires that for the most part, while at other times, I found myself needing to take a step back and refocus. Once you beat the game, Samsara provides some nice replay value in the form of inverse levels, where you essentially flip each respective chapter upside down and need to complete each level from a different perspective. For Xbox owners, there's a nice set of achievements that will have you on the hunt for a worthwhile experience. You know you've got a winner on your hands when you're immensely satisfied, yet pining for downloadable content in the form of new challenges to defeat. Samsara will go down as one of my Game of the Year contenders, and I'll be hard-pressed to find a more unique, enchanting experience. There's no fluff here. The game gets right to the point. It features minimal controls, moderate changes in dynamics, and maximum satisfaction. For more coverage on Samsara, head over to thegeekiverse.com to read our full written review.